Hello, and welcome to the next episode of the Spirit and Soul podcast. Today, we're talking about something that comes up probably every single day in my life, in my DMs, at Spirit and Soul, during classes, everywhere. And I want to talk about meditation. And I want to talk about some secrets to meditation. So I can't wait to share these secrets with you because I hope that they help you to calm your mind and help you to start to release some expectations. So we're gonna dive in now, but I want to talk first about the importance of meditation. So I am a firm believer, and I know that I'm not in the minority here. I am a firm believer in meditating every day. And before you say like, oh, it's impossible or anything like that, I want you to hear me out, and I want you to understand the true importance of making and creating time in your life for even just a few minutes. I'm not asking for an hour. Okay. I'm not even asking for a half hour. What I'm asking for is 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And I know you have 10 minutes in your day. Don't tell me you don't. If you don't, then you have bigger problems. You have 10 minutes. Okay. And what I want you to do is start carving out those 10, if you can, 15 minutes of your day to just sit in silence. Okay. And I truly believe that in doing so, number one, not only are you like really calming your body, you're regulating your breathing, you're also regulating your nervous system. So if you are a person that does suffer with anxiety, or you suffer with like nervous feelings, if you wouldn't maybe categorize it as anxiety, but you get like nervous feelings throughout your day, or maybe you're dealing with a lot of stress. Maybe you have a really stressful job. 10 minutes a day makes a difference. You can have 8 hours of a stressful day at work, and those 10 minutes will help you throughout those 8 hours. I'm telling you, it's actually incredible what it does for your nervous system. A lot of times, especially if we're living in stress, if we've gone through a lot of things in our lives, if we've dealt with traumas, if we dealt with great loss or grief or anything like that, we are in a state in a lot of areas of our life, and a bigger portion of our life in fight or flight mode. Okay. When we are in fight, it's actually more like fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Okay. We are in this mode of like, I need to protect myself. I am in survival mode. And I know that that's how I was in corporate America every day. Every day I was in survival mode. And that's just how it is. I had a very, very stressful job, and that's how it was for me. And I know the toll that it took on my body. I know the weight that I gained there, like under that stress. I know what it did for my well-being. I know that I was like really had a very low tolerance for like I didn't have any patience. I had a low tolerance for like things that I couldn't work through easily. And if I'm hitting a nerve here with you, I want you to understand that it's not your fault, right? Like our conditions are creating the way that we're feeling in life. Okay. So the way that we go about our day, and our bodies are conditioned, they are actually made to do this. This is a survival tactic for your body to jump into a state of stress and to put that stress on it so that it sends it actually like will send blood in certain areas for you to be able to like run better, or for you to be able to get away, and then it takes away from the areas that really help to calm you down, right? So this is how actually the body is built to work. And your body thinks that you are in a constant state of survival. It is your body, your physical body is actually going to continue to live in that area where your heart's beating a little bit faster and it's taking away blood from other places that you need more of that blood flow, and it's putting it to places for you to survive. Okay. And this is what our society does to us, right? This is like how we're taught to be, this fast moving, fast paced, especially if you're in New York, we are fast paced to begin with. This is part of who we are, right? So now add on top of that, like massive stress and all these things. And now your body's in a constant state of fight or flight. And that is not good. So 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day can help you to reduce that stress, that stressful feeling. Whereas like, I remember I used to like fly through the roof with like stress and like fly off the handle with things. And now, and even when I started meditating, I was still working in corporate. I could easily start to breathe through it. Suddenly I was starting to feel a little bit more carefree. Even though I had that stress with me, I was able to calm my body and put it back into a regulated state. Okay. So this is what 10 minutes a day can do for you. It can put your body, because of your breath is your life force. So to take that 10 minutes and put it towards your well-being, to put it towards to get your body back into a regulated state will change your entire life. And I'm going to fully stand by that statement. It will change your entire life. It'll change the way you feel. It'll change the way you show up. It'll change the way you handle situations that are not preferred or that are really uncomfortable. And that's an incredible thing for you to be able to do for you. Now I'm going to say this. Those 10 minutes, I really don't want them to be, and I'm calling the shots here. Okay. I'm calling the shots. I'm laying it out there for you. I don't want it to be a walking meditation. I love walking meditations. Don't get me wrong, but they are not in lieu of sitting. Now or laying, whatever works for you. I fall asleep when I lay down, so I like to sit. But there is an episode way, way, way back that I had done with Christina Mucci-Grosso, and she said these words, and they have never left me. And that was, if you cannot sit with yourself for even like 5 to 10 minutes, you have a lot of massive healing to do. What's going on under the surface that you are not comfortable with you? And I'm not talking about running thoughts and the things that you feel like you have to do. When someone can't sit with themselves, when someone's like, oh, I just can't sit still. I can't. There's a deeper meaning to that. There is a deeper level. There's something deeper going on underneath the surface that really needs to be healed, that you cannot sit with yourself for 10 minutes. And let's take away the running thought aspect, okay? Because we're going to dive into that now. But it's not just because your thoughts are running so you can't relax. It's because you have things that need to be healed. Maybe you're carrying around guilt or shame or massive traumas that your body's just not sitting well with it in general. So you feel like you always need to be on the move and on the go. And it's almost like you're running from those things. So understand that. And if you are that person, I want you to really sit with that for a minute. And then I want you to contact Spirit and Soul and let us help you. Okay. Because that is not the way you should be living right now. That means you are living in fight or flight if you can't sit with yourself. Okay. So please understand that. Okay. So let's get into a little bit more of the meditation secret. So we're going to carve out 10 minutes a day, at least 10 minutes a day, for sitting in silence, or maybe not in silence. I like a little music, but sitting with just you, okay? And connecting to your breath. I want you to start thinking of meditation as connecting with your breath. So this is going to be rule number 1, lose the expectations. Lose the expectations. Your expectations are holding you back, okay? What we need in meditation is surrendering to the outcome. Yes, sometimes in meditation, you will have the most incredible, transcendental experience of your entire life, and they are incredible and amazing. Okay. I have had many of them, a multitude of them, but I will tell you something that is not every day. Every day is not a transcendental experience. Every day is not a day where you are receiving messages from the universe. Okay. It's not every single day. I mean, like clear messages, like do this, do that. Okay. What I'm telling you is that sometimes all that you need that day is just to breathe. And that's it. And yeah, lesson 2. Okay. Secret 2. Your mind isn't meant to shut off. So I know, I get it. I get it. That running mind just goes and goes and goes, and we can't stop thinking about some things or what we have to do that day or whatever it might be. And these things are running in the back, or like, oh, I didn't call Susie back. Okay. Like those things are going to pop up. They're going to. It's your job to understand that and to do your best to just let those thoughts flow by. Okay. We have 2 kinds of thought patterns. Okay. 2 ways of thinking with the brain. Number 1 is the logical thinking brain. It's the one that says, like, first I do this, then I do that, then I do this. Okay. And it's the one that helps you do math and the one that helps you to think and to read and all those things. You have that brain, and that brain is extremely necessary. Okay. And then you have the other part of your logical brain, well, of your brain, I should say. And that is the running thoughts. That's the running mind. And let me explain to you what those thoughts are. Those thoughts are truly a culmination of all of your experiences and everything you've watched and everything you've read and every conversation that you've had. And the future thinking part of your brain as well. Like, okay, I want this and I want that. And how do I do this? Okay. All of those things, every single thought is now going into your logical running, your running brain, your running mind. And it's like running through like a movie theater scroll. Okay. Like the movies that are playing. And what happens is it's almost like one of them energetically lights up and you grab hold of it while you're meditating. But these thoughts never actually end. And if you're interested in this and interested in how to kind of take that step back from those thoughts, read Untethered Soul. We have them at the shop. Order it now. It'll be the best book that you've ever read. It's absolutely a game changer. It was a game changer in my life. So Untethered Soul. But basically, you have the ability to take that step back and be a witness to those things without actually grabbing hold of those thoughts. Okay? Like you may grab hold for a second and then you have the ability to let go. Okay, so understand that. So yeah, there are going to be days. I have these days. I've been meditating every day for, oh my goodness, years and years now. Okay, you're gonna have those days where those thoughts take over. Okay, I still want you to meditate. Don't give up. Because even if you thought about those things, but all you did was breathe and keep coming back to your breath for 10 minutes, breathing in, breathing out. A lot of times what I do is I'll say, okay, I'll have the thought and I'm like, okay, stop, take a deep breath in, out. And once I take that deep breath in, it clears whatever was there. So even if you're having these moments of, I can't get out of my own thoughts, and you come back to your breath, you at least did 10 minutes of intentional breathing. And that is enough to calm and soothe your body and to give you that calm feeling when you need it throughout the day. So please lose those expectations of what you think meditation should look like and start to understand how your brain works so that you know that it is not just you. Everybody has running thoughts. Everyone, the best meditators all have running thoughts. We are all built the same in this way. We all have that thought pattern that just keeps going and going and going and going. Okay? It is how you deal with it that makes the difference. So can you just take the step back and don't get mad at yourself, knowing that this is how your brain works? Take that step back from yourself, and just come back to your breath. Or are you getting mad about it? Oh, I can't do this. Now I'm getting frustrated and all these things. And that's what a majority of you do, is that you get frustrated by something that is natural within you that you can't help. And you get frustrated and you get up and you give up. I just can't meditate. Your natural state is a state of meditation. We're not used to that, but your natural state is to go within. Okay. So this is actually the most natural thing you can do. You've just been taught otherwise. Okay. So please understand that. So those are two, I'm going to say, of the biggest meditation secrets for you to start to kind of give yourself some grace. Give yourself the grace and take that step back. Okay. And allow yourself to have those days where you don't have those transcendental experiences and you still had a great calming meditation, and that's okay. All right. Now, the secret number 3 is going to be this. If you are just starting, I want you to use some type of either guided meditation or sound. In fact, even if you're not just getting started, I want you to use some type of sound. Throw those earbuds in and start using sound. Start using some either like singing bowl meditations or just something that really speaks to you. I love Native American flutes. That's like a great one. There's another channel that I really like on YouTube, and these are free. Healing Frequencies, I think it's called, and he plays all these incredible singing bowls. I mean, he is so great. And I still go back and forth between the sound and listening to guided meditations. I love guided meditations so much. And some of my favorite, Madeline Reinhardt, okay, the meditation queen, look her up. She channels these meditations that hit different. They hit different. They always have for me. And if you are calling in money, please do yourself a favor and do her money magnet meditation. You're welcome. She's amazing. So I love her. I love Rebecca Campbell. I am part of her membership, her monthly membership, just for her meditations. I love them. I don't even join anything else. I don't even do anything else. I just want the meditations. It's like worth it for me. So, use sound. Why? Well, number one, it helps you to focus a little bit more. Okay. And it also, sound is an incredible healer. That's why, like, even in spinal energetics, if you've had a session with me, I use a lot of sound, music, my own, breathing. Creating sound helps the body to release, to calm. So sound is really, really important. Okay. So popping in some earbuds and putting on these different frequencies really does play a role in helping you to relax, helping you to maintain a certain state of mind, and helping your brain waves, which is really what we're going for in meditation. It's the brain waves hitting different states of being. If you've ever read anything by Dr. Joe Dispenza, he's amazing. And he talks all about the different levels of the brain. Okay. As well as Vishen Lakhiani. He's another one that's really great when it comes to, he does a lot of like very scientific work with, and like cutting edge technology, like experiments. He's the owner of Mind Valley. He does a lot of great work with this as well. So definitely use some type of sound. The other thing is that when you have earbuds in, you're really like kind of blocking out the sound around you. Okay. And that's like a big help as well. Like if you're like me, I have 2 kids, I have my husband, and they could be waking up and like doing things like in another room and I don't hear them. Whereas if I don't have my earbuds in, I'm hearing them. Is it affecting me? Maybe a little bit, but I can kind of meditate through it at this point of my life and in my meditation journey. But for you, you might not be able to, especially if you're just starting and maybe a very big distraction. So pop those earbuds in. Okay. Definitely number one. or number 3. What are we on? Number 3. But when you're actually sitting to meditate, this is great. Use crystals is going to be my next meditation secret. Okay. Why? Well, crystals are a stable energy source for your erratic energy. So a lot of times when I have crystals in my hand, I can become a little bit more aware of them. I'm becoming aware of the energy frequency that's coming off of them. So if you have a lot of like running thoughts, maybe something like a smoky quartz or a lepidolite, I would even say, and what's coming to mind right now that wants to be said is like phantom lodolite, maybe a really great one. All of these we have at the shop. If you don't have them, you can get tumbles, you can get the bigger crystals, you can get bracelets, whatever it is. But I like to hold them in my hand. So for that, I'm not using bracelets. I am using the actual physical product. And what those energies do is they really help you to ground your energy down. So it's giving you that stabilized frequency. So if you end up waking up and you are like, have a lot of thoughts, running thoughts going through your mind, or you're worried about something, getting your energy grounded is going to help you to get out of the mind and drop into the heart. Okay. So using some type of crystal is great. I also love lighting a candle, like ritualize it for yourself. Maybe that's what this secret should really be, is really ritualizing your meditation process so that your body knows when it's time to get down to some spiritual business, like it gets used to it. So maybe instead of just crystals, maybe really the secret is here is to really ritualize the entire thing. Because I kind of had these broken out, but I really now, as I'm thinking about them, I think that they should be all together as a ritual where you light a candle. Okay. Again, that's telling you to start to come inward, right? Candles are I find them to be anyway, the energy of a candle is an inward motion. It's an inward facing experience. So when we light that candle, it's a little bit more sacred. So we light the candle, we have our crystals ready to go. Maybe you're using one of Frank's oils, starting to anoint yourself. This is honestly, I'm telling you about, like, this is my meditative practice. I use those oils. And then, I will light some type of cleansing smoke. So whether that's sage, always sustainably sourced, but sage or Palo Santo, which usually for me it's sage, with like lavender mixed in. Anything like that is going to help you. The smell of it is going to start. Now you're incorporating all of your senses, right? So now the smell of it is going to say, okay, time to get down to spiritual business. Hey, whenever we do circles at Spirit and Soul, they always light the sage. And what does that mean? Okay, cleansing, time for spiritual business, right? So your body starts to get used to that. And that now, I don't know about you, but when I smell sage, I'm like, I take that breath in, let it out, and I feel like my body relaxes a little bit more, even if I'm not ready, even if I'm not doing anything, even if I'm not going into any spiritual practice, it's just, you're used to it. So when you start setting yourself up in this routine where you're engaging all of the senses and you're saying, okay, body, okay, mind, it's time to sit, it's time to connect with the soul, then you're going to drastically shift the outcome of what your meditations feel like. And I'm saying all these things and they may sound long. This can take 2 minutes. Okay. Grab your crystals, light a candle, light up some sage. You're done. Okay. Not even 2 minutes. So while you can draw it out and really make it this, I like to say, like, romanticized practice, it doesn't need to be that way, right? Sometimes I am in a rush. Light the candle, do the things, get down to business. Okay. And if all that you can do, if you're not doing a guided meditation, and if all that you can do that day and all you have time for is 5 to 10 minutes, what I'm going to say is use the Megan Watterson practice of the 3 breaths. And I love the 3 breaths meditation. Why? Well, it connects you quickly and easily to your soul. Okay. So we do first 1 big intentional breath. Okay. We hold it at the top. And as we are breathing in and as we are releasing, and you can go, it's not just 3 breaths. Okay. It's 3 intentional breaths. So you're going to breathe in between, please. So as we connect to that first breath, we are connecting to the body. Okay. We are getting into our body. We are realizing that we are this physical being. Okay. We're not worried about anything going on around us. We are just coming inward. Okay. Second breath, second intentional breath. And maybe one intentional breath gets you started, but maybe you need a couple more to engage the rest of your body, to relax the shoulders, to, release the belly. Okay. To unclench those butt cheeks. Okay. All the things. Maybe you need to start doing that. Okay. So it's the first intentional breath, connect to the body and relax it. Second intentional breath. What we're talking about here is diving deep into the heart space. When you start practicing this and really getting good at it, you can go right into the heart space so quickly and easily. Okay. And what Megan Watterson explains is she says she feels like she's underwater, that when she's so deep into the energy of her heart, which is her soul, that it almost feels like she's underwater. I don't have that same reaction. I just know that I'm there. I know that I am connected in that way. I don't feel like I'm underwater. I just feel like I have fallen into this deep connection. So now that's the second intentional breath. Now, if you have questions that you want to ask, if you want guidance, if you're looking to give gratitude, any of these things, do them now. In your second intentional breath, you want to ask for guidance, or number 2, give your gratitude. All right. Or just sit. If you have nothing to ask and you just wanted to sit in that energy, then you just sit and see if anything comes through or not, whatever it is, it is. And when you're ready to come back out, your third intentional breath brings you back into this world, into the physical 3D world. Okay. So that third intentional breath is what brings you back out. Okay. 1, connects to the body. 2, connects to the heart and soul. That's where you're going to get your guidance, and that's where you're going to sit the longest. Okay. And then third intentional breath brings you back out. And that's it. So again, coming back to these 3 breaths, coming back to the breath, which is what we said earlier. So these are the meditation secrets. Okay. Let go of expectation. You want to also understand that your mind is going to run. That is everybody's mind, and that's okay. You are going to create a ritual for yourself. Okay, so lighting a candle, I'm going to say really make that a part of it. You can get one of Frank's candles. We have Spirit and Soul candles. We've got the New Moon Beginnings ritualized candles as well. I usually light one of Frank's candles. That's really what I use the most. But I love our Spirit and Soul candles, obviously. And you're going to light up some sage, grab those crystals to help ground that energy, or to do, we talked really just about grounding, but if you're manifesting something, grab the crystals that support whatever it is you're doing in that moment. Okay. And then come back to those breaths. Always come back to the breath. Okay. That is your life force, and that's what's going to carry you through. So those are the biggest secrets that I have for you. Now, like I said, I really am going to push you to make that time and space to sit in or lay in meditation, eyes closed meditation if you can. Okay. That's what I'm going to ask you to do for 10 minutes, and start priming yourself and prepping yourself to really understand yourself a little bit more, and to maybe understand why you feel like you can't if you're that person. Okay. But I don't want to discount other forms of meditation. I think they're incredible. I love walking meditations. I love them so much. I love these moving meditations. I love meditations outside. I actually think it's an incredible way to connect and to enhance your connections. So meditate outside. I will even do shower meditations when I don't have the time to truly, really sit. I will do 5 to 10 minutes in the shower and connect. Okay. So when I really am like rushing in my day, I got up late, whatever it is, maybe I don't have time to sit for 10 minutes, but I usually do take at least 3 to 5 minutes to do that sitting. Okay. So please understand that. Like I'm saying, for you to sit every day, I still do sit for 5 minutes, but I also do an extra couple of minutes in the shower where maybe I'm doing some protections or cleansing my energetic field. Okay. That's a must. So, yeah, shower meditations, they can be a lifesaver for you, especially for like your protections and things like that. If you didn't do them, or feel like you don't have time, protect your energy. You have time for that. Okay. Or just sometimes sitting in the car, like right before you start the engine, or like you start the engine before you start driving, just take like a couple minutes, breathe in, breathe out. Okay. You're already in the car. You're already ready to go. You took those deep breaths and now get on the road. Okay. So take that time, take that space. I hope that these practices really help and support your meditation practice, because I will tell you right now, your life will change when you start to do this every single day. Okay. Your life will change when you start making time and space for you, for your breathing, for your calming of your nervous system, and for your connection to spirit. I mean, this is what we talk about all the time. We want to connect. We want that guidance, right? And in order to do that, you do have to slow down and you have to be quiet within in order to hear those things. Even if you're journaling, right? Journaling, it's a quiet form of meditation. So allow yourself that time and space to connect. You deserve it, and your soul needs to be heard. Okay. So I hope that these were helpful for you. I hope that this is a game changer for you. Try them out. Let me know if you're having any more issues. I would love to help you on your meditation journey. And please go and check out all of the meditation classes that we have on for this upcoming schedule. Right now we're in June. So between June and July, we have a ton of meditations. And those meditations are also taking place, some of them on the beach at different parks across Long Island. So we are getting out into nature and incorporating nature into what we do spiritually. Okay. So I hope to see you at some of these classes. Please let me know what you thought of this. You can reach out to us on Instagram at Spirit and Soul Studio. And what I'm going to ask you to do, please, is leave us a review. They really help us for our podcasting and all of the things. So leave us a review if you love this content. And that's it. I will see you next time on the Spirit and Soul podcast.